Shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rokak double honor to the apostle nails, a great millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers that are preaching truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua have mercy upon you. I'm on this brother's page, this young man page, Peace World, right? And the name of his video is The Debate Over a Women's Only Town Took a Dramatic Turn After This. I heard something about this right here, probably about a few months ago, so a couple months ago, a month and a half, something like that. Probably a little longer. And I just really just ignored it, because one thing about women, they're gonna fall. All you gotta do is get them. They already got a voice, but get them something to go in on and get them something to talk about, especially if it happens to do with some feminist crap, and they're gonna run with it. Literally, they're gonna run with it, right? So, I was trying to find her video, the video of the woman he got on the screen right here. I couldn't find the video for nothing. So I said, hey, I might well use this video. So we're going to go from here. I got a series of other videos I might interact, may not. I think I will, but so let's just hear it out. I'm actually going to start it over from the beginning what he's explaining and going into concerning it.
Damn, no, don't go, no, not all the feminists and misandries banding together and moving away from everyone. That would hurt us so badly. What would we ever do?
I think it's doable. I just need to know who thinks like me or who does not think this is crazy, because I know it's not. I just need to find my community, like who thinks like me, because I really think this is a dream for all women to live in our little bubble, far away from the rest, right? What if we joined some money together, we go far from the city and buy land, a big portion of land. We get a portion that is for animals, like chicken, cows, horses, dogs, you name it, whatever, it's a necessity for us, right? And then there's another portion where there's fruits and vegetables, and then slowly we grow to a point where we can get it gated, and then we can come up with our own rules. We can decorate it, make it pretty, have a name. We start getting more applications, just female ones. Then we can have one guy, or maybe have actually a book of different males that they can come to our little community to do some physical work, right? Because you and I would not do it. I mean, if you want, that's fine. But if there's toilet issues, trash issues, maybe building something that maybe you and I, we don't want to do, we can call approved vendor list. And then they can come and...
Whoa. Why would you need men to do that? There are female trash, garbage people. There are female electricians. There are female... We don't need to be nothing about this, okay? Maybe we build the infrastructure for you guys in this like town or island or country. Maybe it's a country. The country could be already built. No, actually, no. That's unfair to ship everyone out. You get some vacant land somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Build it up for you guys, and then you guys can just maintain it. All the feminists and stuff. You guys will just go over there and maintain it. I think it's a brilliant idea, and I think a lot of men would agree.
For all the women claiming they want a woman's only town or state.
And I know that's right. All the men would agree. But you want to know why this would not work? Because the scripture says that, especially a woman, women are what's the scripture? 25, Ecclesiastes 25:6. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman. So it does not necessarily have to be a man for a woman to be jealous over another man because of jealous over another woman because of a man. It could be a woman, another woman, a woman be jealous. It still is in her nature to be what? To have that hell in her, especially in this world, especially in Babylon, right? So let's hear a little more.
They just know we support you. If you want to go and isolate yourselves and take all that misandry and feminism and all them gender war shits and all that crap about aborting male babies, if you want to take all of those ideologies and all of those people who support and practice those ideologies and put them in an isolated location far away from us, you have our vote. And as a consequence, we will help you build this place, and then we will let you all relegate yourselves to this environment. No more arguments, no more gender wars. We will be happy to not hear from you ever again, and you will be happy not to speak to us. We don't request that you call and check in. You lesbians can stay over there and do whatever it is lesbians do. I am speaking for the good women that practice traditional gender roles. They have said that they support you all's endeavor. And they, as well as the men, have only one question. When are y'all leaving?
Again, I think it's a...
Hey, even though the brother sitting there looking like a goddamn woman with all that long ass hair on his head. Hey, that's a good title for real, for real. When are y'all leaving? Man. I mean, this is really just it's not even a brainer for a bunch of feminists. Wouldn't that be the best thing for us? Was like, I mean, I've always said, back in the day, and many men have said that, hey, if all of the guys want to be, all of the rainbows, they want to be that way, put them all on one island. Let them all be together. Let them all grow old and die together until they all die off. That's all that's gonna happen. No more procreation, no more making, no more children, cause none of that. None of that. Hey, but I guarantee you, a bunch of queers are making it way longer than a bunch of women having something by themselves. If if you want to have your own town with women, won't you just exclude men? Period. You don't want no men in town, just no men, period. Build your own stuff. I won't give them nothing. You gotta let them feel it. Let them feel the pain, y'all. Let them feel it.
The good women that practice traditional gender roles, they have said that they support you all's endeavor. And they, as well as the men, have only one question. When are y'all leaving?
Again, I think it's a fantastic idea. I think once you go to this place, you can't come back. That's number one, you can't come back.
That's right.
Unless there's like a natural disaster or no comebacks, no takebacks, okay? You must stay over there.
That's right. Because you done got rid of you. It's just like Esau Edom, the cancer. He the cancer of the earth. Y'all are a cancer. You're a cancer. Right? With your ideology, your thinking, your level of thinking. And thinking that you don't need a man for anything. Yes, go ahead on over there. But don't come back. But hey, this place here, this just a little fun right here, y'all. That's all it is. Ain't nothing. It's just a little fun. That's all this is. It ain't nothing for real. We just having a little fun because I know for sure that women in these times, especially the so-called black woman, she's not going to be submissive, and she take obedience as her being a slave to her husband. So hey, let's skip a little bit to her. I like this video though. You want to see this video? Peace World, the debate over a woman, over a woman. I mean women only town took a dramatic turn after this. So hey, let's skip to this woman right here. There we go.
Oh, than they think.
So I've seen a couple videos of women saying that they would not live in women-only towns. Like they are not interested in living in a society where it's nothing but women. And it's mainly because of all of the horrible experiences that they've had with women. And what they were saying is they feel like women are very vicious and they just would rather coexist with men than just live amongst women. And while I get what they're saying, I feel like what people are...
Here we go, y'all. I feel like you can bet one thing. We know who won't be making a lot, won't be making any money, right? Women that work in the restaurants. Because one thing about women, they do not tip. Ask around, especially Eve. They do not tip. And they order the most food. They don't tip. So have way.
Forgetting or don't seem to, I guess, understand is that the reason why women are vicious towards other women is because of men. When a woman...
Yes, of course. Never forget. It's the internalized misogyny because of the patriarchy, because men
hates another woman or is jealous of another woman, it's usually because of men. Like, if, for example, if that woman is pretty.
What did I read? What's the first precept where I brought off the top of my head? Whatever grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman. This is what you're gonna have. Y'all see these fights? A lot of these fights on these social media sites. And one thing about women, they don't know how to let up. A woman will stomp another woman's head in the ground and smash it into what? Into nothing. If the other women didn't stop her, or another man wouldn't stop her. You have they lack of control is uncontrolled. It's uncontrollable. And I'm gonna say this here: submitting to a man, let me read this right quick, right? Which is Ephesians 5 and verse 21. Submitting yourself one to another in the fear of God, be the verbatim. That's what the problem is. None of these women have what? In these days, in these times, especially over here in Babylon, America, they have no fear of the Most High. Period. Submitting yourself one to another in the fear of God. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband. These women have many husbands. But there's no such thing as having many husbands, because the man that you lay down with, that's your husband. So, hey, they are not honoring the Most High, especially Eve, are not honoring the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. They're not honoring it at all, period. They're not even trying. They're just going about with every narrative that is pushed out through wickedness, through a bunch of women. That's what they're trying to receive validation for other women's wickedness. It's that simple. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as, says Christ, the Mashiach, is the head of the church. And who's flocking in these churches more than Eve? Sure, not any men. I see a whole lot of women actually this morning, seen a couple videos of women talking about men come back to the church. Men are not coming to the church because men are not susceptible to being tricked and fooled out of their money. They know the church is nothing but a big fraud. They know this scam. But you all go in there because, for one, you're lonely, and you thinking that the house, that place is actually has something to do with the Most High, which your true name is Yahweh, and His Son. Madness. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Mashiach is the head of the church, and He is the Savior of the body. He's the Savior of the body, and the head of what? Of the man is who everybody equally called Jesus. So this is what the problem is. This is why women are thinking in the manner that they are thinking and parading around in Babylon, America, because the confusion, it just gets thicker and thicker as times get rougher and rougher. And women think that they have some form of authority by being alone themselves. Lo and behold, how you gonna stop men from robbing you? Hey man, the men just come through that. It just don't make no sense. You can't be. You know what? Damn, they had that video. You know what? I think it's on his page. Let's hear this out.
right?
Let me finish this precept first. Verse 24 of Ephesians 5 and 23, or 25, 24. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Yahushua, Mashiach, right? So let the wives be their own husbands in what? In everything. That's what the problem is. You don't want, there's no, so what, submissiveness coming from what? From these wicked women, man. And most of these women are wicked. If it doesn't apply, it doesn't apply. And for those of you women that do listen, I know it's a small amount, because I notice they click on, I mean, they subscribe, and they subscribe right off once they see me make videos about what? About wicked women. Husband, love your wife, even as Mashiach also loved the church and gave himself for it. So there it is. Either or. But how is a wife, she's supposed to be what? Submissive unto her husband. Can't get around that. Submitting to a man is what? To a woman is slavery, according to what? According to these witches, man. These women need to be really need to be humble, man, in such a way that this society sees what? Sees as unfit. If you know what I mean. Because the ways of Babylon, America, is what? Is subject unto the wickedness of a woman. They have too much freedom to do what? To do just about anything. And they allow what? Them what? Y'all have full range of wickedness. And for sure, a woman's wickedness is like no other, man. It's like no other. What that Ecclesiastes 25 and 19, all wickedness but little to the wickedness of a woman. That's the Heavenly Father. He knows the wickedness of a woman.
Her beauty is going to attract male attention. And that male attention is going to come with certain privileges. And that is what women are envious of. So it all goes back to men and male validation and male attention. So if there are no men around and there's no validation to seek from those men, then there's no reason for you to hate on.
Women seek validation from women more than they seek validation from men. They do. Women don't look for logic from other women. They look for validation for their wickedness through what? Through other wicked women. And you know what? Let's do this right quick. Where that video at? Here you go right here. Here's the proof right here. Listen to this here. Let me see, can I get it? I gotta get it up first. This is this right here. Okay, come on, baby. Don't let me down now. Don't let me down. Come on, I need this here. Here we go. Here we go.
I get told, you're not a girl's girl. And I'm like, no, I'm not a girl's girl because I'm not gay. Why would I be a girl's girl? Like, what does that look like? Oh, sis, you look good. No, you don't. Your stomach's hanging out your shirt. Let's be honest. If you're a girl's girl, a woman supporting other women should be a woman telling women the truth. Women allowing women to be delusional is one of the biggest problems.
They allow women to be delusional. They don't tell women the truth. Let's start that over. And this is the problem. This is the problem right here.
I get told, you're not a girl's girl. And I'm like, no, I'm not a girl's girl because I'm not gay. Why would I be a girl's girl? Like, what does that look like? Oh, sis, you look good. No, you don't. Your stomach's hanging out your shirt. Let's be honest. If you're a girl's girl, a woman supporting other women should be a woman telling women the truth. Women allowing women to be delusional is one of the biggest problems that we have in society, period.
We need to see it more often.
If we wanted to be equal to men, this conversation of who's going to pay 50-50 would not be a thing. You'd be running to pay 50-50, sis.
So always says the most equal thing you could do.
There's a lot more context with that stuff because
And look at this thing here. Look at this thing here. The only reason she's somewhat agree because she's outnumbered. She's outnumbered. And what? Eve on the other side ain't agreeing with her. Look at her. All this damn blonde hair. You already know what she is.
who asks who to go out, and then there's courting. You know, there's etiquette. Etiquette flew out the window. But now no one feels the need to do that, I guess, because we want 50-50. And for the record, looking in the camera, no. Don't show up in my DMs. No. Hard stop. The concept of 50-50, the concept of equality in general is laughable. It is not possible for women and men to be equals. It's just not. And
it's not possible. It's not possible. And she is 100% right. She is 100% right, because women that will validate any and all wickedness that comes from the sisterhood. Any and all wickedness. It does not matter what level of wickedness that she is doing. They're going to what? They're going to validate that wickedness.
See this also with the children now. Mom is gone from the home so much, they don't know how to do anything. They're not bonding with their mom. They're not women our age. How many of them know how to cook?
Huh. How you gonna get around that? Hold up, I'm gonna play one more before I go back over here to Pete, right? Let me see here. Where is that? Let's play the sister right here. Here we go. Y'all bear with me. Hold up. I got her on mute right here. Let me take her on mute. Anybody, y'all probably, y'all got to, this is why women think the way they think. They wants to be, want to have their own this and own that, which is a good thing. Men love that.
3 beautiful girls. When I tell you these girls was so pretty, mixed up the girls too. They was very, very pretty. But I heard them talking, and I heard them saying, just saying little stuff that, we used to be saying back in the day, Jack, 'cause bitch, I'm a bad bitch, and this nigga gonna take care of me, and I ain't gonna do nothing, bitch. I'm not gonna have to work. I'm not gonna have to do nothing. Bitch, I'm not getting out here doing none of that, 'cause this nigga gonna take care of me. He gonna give me this and give me that because I'm pretty. Now let me tell you something. I'm a very pretty girl too. I'm a very pretty girl too, and I used to think like you once. I really did used to think like that once back in the day, right? Let me tell you something. You're pretty, but that shit is over. Them niggas not taking care of y'all no more because y'all pretty. That don't go like that. First of all, it shouldn't even go like that. Why would you be with a man and be with somebody and have a home, a family, all this stuff, but you don't want to contribute because you pretty, bitch? You laying inside with your feet, rubbing them together, bitch, while your man is out there in the trenches getting that money, bitch, working hard and busting his ass, working 12-hour shifts and on it, and you at home laying down and saying, oh, because I'm pretty, he gonna do that. Why would you even let him go out there and suffer like that by himself? Bitch, these men need help. Let me tell you something about me. My man make amazing money. But why he out there in the middle of that fucking ocean and they...
But she said something good, that some men need help. What do that mean by men need help? Eve is what? You all are help me. You're nothing but a help me. This is why in the days of old, when in other words, a good report, should I say, and it make me think about this scripture. Eve having a good report. And what is that good report? Meaning you doing, where we at? First Timothy 5. What the hell? Let's start at 10. Well reported for a good work, because I said I'm going to read it. I used to start at verse 11, but I'm starting at 10. Well reported for good works. If she have brought up children, if she have lodged strangers, if she have washed the saints' feet, if she have relieved the afflicted, if she have what? Diligently followed every good work. These women don't know what good work is. And following good work is what? Is following good work first and foremost of who? The man, your husband, right? But for you women that didn't have husband, this is what you was subject unto you for you to do, right? Verse 11. But the younger widows refuse. They refuse. This behavior and wickedness of Eve have been going on since the garden. So this happened. It's not just starting. But the younger widows refuse. For when they have begun to wax wanton, what the wanton goes into refuse, against a Mashiach, who y'all ignorantly call Christ, they will marry, having damnation, because they have cast off their first faith. And what's your first faith? Faith is obedience. Obedience. How are you going to be obedient to who everybody ignorantly called Jesus, right? Whose true name is Yahweh Shai? How y'all going to be obedience to him when you're not even obedient to your husband? Because Yahweh Shai, when you disrespect your husband, you're disrespecting Yahweh Shai. It's that simple. That's your first faith, which is obedience. Let me see what I want to... what's that precept here? Ecclesiasticus 9:18 goes into an ill tongue. Ill tongue. Okay, let me get that right quick. Because the point I want to make. What is it? 9. Y'all bear with me. 9:18. I know 9:18. Ecclesiasticus 9:18. A man, when they say a man, it means a woman too, right? A man of an ill tongue, which is most of these women have what? A very ill tongue. Their mouth. It will keep them from what? A lot of things. A man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city. And he that is rash, that word rash goes into what? Someone that is without careful thought. And we know women do not have what? What we would call careful thoughts. That he that is rash in his talk shall be hated. Shall be hated. So this is why an ill tongue makes no one wanting to be in your company. This is why you see a major shift of black men not dealing with what? With most black women. It's simple. Listen, the Heavenly Father gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Now before I go back to the video, real quick, let me get I want to stay in Ecclesiasticus, right? Let's go 19. Ecclesiasticus 19 and verse 26. There's a wicked man or woman that hangeth down his head sadly, but what? Inwardly he is what? Full of deceit. And Eve is always full of what? Full of deceit. Always. They're always scheming, always trying to what? Come up instead of looking for what? A husband. There's a wicked man that hangeth down his head sadly, but inwardly he is what? Is full of deceit, casting down his countenance and making as if he heard not. Where he is not known, he will do thee a what? A mischief before thou be aware. He plots and plans all the time. And part of her plotting and planning is when he sleep, laying his head tired from what? From work. And she's plotting and planning on her next move to go be with what? With Fred down the street. This is what we have, y'all, when it comes to, this is the picking, the slim pickings that we have as men. Verse 28, and if for want of power, he be what? Hindered from sinning, yet when he findeth opportunity, he will do evil. What that sound like? What that sound like, Eve? And what a man or a woman may be known by his look, and one that has understanding by his countenance when thou meeteth him. The look. You can't even tell nowadays who's a prostitute, who's selling it, who's not selling it. They all selling it. They all selling it. You know, when I was coming on, you could tell, oh man, you know that woman that's very promiscuous by why? What she put on, what she dressed. And that goes into verse 30 was a man's attire, meaning clothing, and excessive laughter, because Eve always want to laugh and always want to what? Always want to party. A man's attire and excessive laughter and gait, meaning walk, show what he is. So it show what you is. Your existence on how you carry yourself and what you put on, what you wear, you're really, out the gate, you're showing who you are. Listen up.
Ain't no motherfucking land in sight, and he in a freezing cold, or he in a hot in the summer, and it's 18,000 degrees in the summer, and he's sweating. I'm out here in the heat, in the cold with him. I'm hustling side by side with him. Let me tell y'all something. That pretty shit don't go nowhere. Help that fucking man. You cannot get the things that you want to get if you have a working man and you're not contributing. Listen.
Ooh, Lord, she loud. I'm turn it down a little bit, but hey, she tell you from experience that pretty shit ain't get her nowhere. Huh? She found out in a later age. Mm-hmm.
My husband make a lot of money. He make enough money to take out my household and a whole small family if he wanted to. But guess what I do? I get the fuck up and I go outside and I bust my ass and I work hard, and he don't even ask me for my money. He don't ask me for nothing. Nothing. But guess what? Life be lifing. So I think that if he fall off one day, or anything happen with him, or go wrong, or he need anything, he ain't gotta look a damn place.
That shit said and done. That shit better said than done, y'all. Better said than done. I have not, since I've been on this earth, I have not seen one woman stick by a man, especially when he's handicapped, can't take care of himself, legs get cut off, he gets sick. I have never seen a woman stick by a man from that point. If he live another 10 years and he die and go to his grave, I haven't seen it. You may have, but I haven't. And I've been here longer than most. Never seen it.
But to me, because I got him, and we gonna be all right. See, that's what y'all be not realizing. Your man will love you so much more if he just knew he had the helping hand and he got somebody to have his back the way he got your back. So that pretty shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. Stop thinking people gonna take care of you. Them days over. Them niggas ain't take care of y'all. And I ain't hating because I'm pretty too. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. You're gonna get rained through because you're pretty. And you're gonna mess with every nigga and get the bare minimum. And then when you get in your 40s, my age, you're gonna look bad, bitch. Because you was out here selling pretty. And you wasn't
selling pretty along with ass. Don't leave that out.
Grinding. See, my nigga can't buy me nothing that I can't afford to buy my motherfucking self.
See all that pride, that mouth. That mouth, y'all. See, that just, hey, she, I don't know. I mean, she might be what she says she is, but, it's how a woman speak, how she tone, how she present herself is what? It speak volumes. But most of you women wouldn't know that because you are not, you don't have a shameless spirit. And your spirit is what? It's full with nothing but recklessness. What I mean by reckless, because you live reckless, man. You live reckless. Reckless and selfish.
Let's start there. Help them fucking men. Stop thinking that, because I'm pretty, I'm this and I'm that, I'm fine. I don't got a BBL and my ass big. Somebody gonna save me. Girl, get you some grind with that BBL and you is unstoppable. Okay? See, the niggas...
That's enough of that. She went on long. Let's go back to P World concerning the debate. The debate over a woman only town took a dramatic turn after this.
On another woman. So I just feel like living in a society or a world where it's nothing but just women would actually be much safer and healthier for women. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think.
She's actually right. But at the same time, again, Blinken, right? Only seeing...
Why would it be safer if only women? Because we know that so-called white men They are the ones committing the bulk of the crime, right? Even though they push Jake out when Jake do something, they push it out and push. They don't put the madness that the so-called with the wicked of the earth, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Yeah, he's the cause of all the problems here on earth, y'all. That's why it'll be better because he won't be around. But if but you can believe one thing, they come around. Esau Edom ain't gonna let nobody have no peace, man, because that's just not his spirit. His spirit, he wants everything. He wants his hand in everything.
In the world, from her perspective, how many wars have been fought over women? How many millions of men have died because of women fighting wars? Is that the women's fault? No. So yeah, you may be right. Even in the workplace, for example, we've spoken about it. The younger women, the older women don't like the younger women because they get the more attention. Wait. No problem. But women don't like other women because of men. Women don't like other women because it's kind of human nature, just like there are men who don't like other men. Is a woman involved?
No, that's a woman's nature. It's just all part of her general makeup or who she is. And that's why I led with that precept concerning but a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous of another woman. Women gonna always be jealous of another woman. And they react. And when they react with their actions, most of the time they react with their actions and it be deadly. A woman is not going to be cautious like a man if she got a pistol in her hand. She gonna actually have her hand on the trigger, because in not knowing the trigger is a what? It's like a hair. As soon as you can tap it just a little, it's gonna what? It's gonna fall off, and then that's gonna be a lot of what? A lot of deaths, if you know what I mean. Let's go up a little bit. Oh, he going to. Let's just say leave it there.
A lot of the time, yeah. Is a man involved a lot of the time? Yeah. But that's more human nature than anything.
If I were rich, I would recruit other rich women, and we would come together and we would put together a fund where basically we save so much money, we start buying up towns. And we would buy towns all in the same area so they can kind of be connected and just make one big town. And in that town, it would be a town that is only for women. No men.
What makes you think rich women aren't doing that now? All these women who have these dreams of the society without men, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. Cool, you want to do that. But let's say this idea works out exactly the way you want it to. Why is it every woman who thinks like this has a PhD in sexism, but have no idea how fucking classism works? Number one, again, how do you know women don't have this? I'm pretty sure they do, especially the rich ones. So if these rich women have all these things, why in the fuck would they want you there? As much as women love to complain about men and how their life is so bad without men, there are plenty of women.
Eve has destroyed the cruise lines. They have destroyed especially the cruise line. That used to be a big thing for people, especially for older people, to go on and relax and enjoy themselves on a cruise line on the boats. You so-called black women, you all have destroyed that for a lot of people. And people can't even enjoy it anymore. Because y'all can't go nowhere without fighting and destroying people's shit, man. This is what you do. Hey, there's no sugarcoating over here. There's no word about feelings and emotions, because feelings and emotions don't have anything to do with the scriptures. Isaiah 58:1, cry loud, spare not. And lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, especially Eve.
Who have all the resources you want, but they will not give them to you because you are beneath them. They don't care that you are both women. They look down on you because you are fucking poor. So if a woman were to build the society that you imagine, you're still going to be poor in that same society, but there will be no men to save you. In our society now, women can get by just off of a man tricking off her, where he buys her dinner, pays her bills, all those stuff that women complain about now. You can find some man who's going to trick off on you to at least get you by. In a woman's only society, that will not happen. This idea like, oh, how come nobody takes me out on dates? How come they're not buying me this stuff? That shit will not happen. So all the bad things that you complain about now are going to be 1,000 times worse because there is no possibility of some gullible man saving you. And again, in the society that you're imagining, it's probably going to be 1,000 times worse because if you don't have any money or don't look good enough, or for whatever reason you're not one of the cool girls, whatever, they're going to put you down even worse than now. Because at least now you can blame it on men and it's the man's fault, so you can get excuses for that. In a woman's society, there is no excuse. So if you have a bad life, you were stuck with that bad life forever, and there is no one saving you. So you sure is that what you want?
This is a
No one's gonna save you. No one's gonna save you. And they get an example. Let me see something here. Here we go right here. Good, great example right here. No one is gonna come to save you. Listen to this here.
Let me save you some time. Stop saying we don't need men. What I just witnessed and what I just experienced is what a lot of men in RP content, please don't give it such a bad name. You don't know what it is if you don't, because women have a pink pill. But men's strength is unmatched because we do not carry testosterone. I fight with men, I box with men. They're not even allowed to hit us a certain way because it's just, it doesn't make any sense. It's based on biology, okay? It's not about this, it's about biology. You're just built different. The average man is stronger, that don't have no skills, no strength. The average man is stronger than the average female. That's just truth. That's just truth. Maybe pain tolerance is different because of what we're made to endure, but the truth is men are stronger, and it's because they're built for different reasons, okay? They're built to protect. So, I'm at the CVS, and I'm always moving this dread. I'm at the CVS, and the security that they have in there, now they had a man, but I didn't see him. The security that they had in there was a 5'3", 120-pound woman wet, right? She looked like the girl I need to take on a date, not the girl that need to secure me. And I know there's going to be some women out there that's mad, but you didn't just experience what I just experienced. And I did not feel safe in this store that has security. So I'm going to the ATM. I'm pulling out the max out the ATM will let me. And then this guy comes into the store. Now, they recognize him regularly, but I don't know who he is. He looks like a homeless man. He just starts coming in, pulling drinks up out the machine. He knows all I have to do is just come in here and bulldoze these women and grab. You know why he came in on this shift? Because he's been surveilling the fact that, there's only women on duty and I can get away with it. Men don't take you seriously like that. I promise you, they do not take you seriously like that. And I understand that there are women in law.
We don't. We be laughing. We literally be laughing. When y'all be saying the ignorant shit at your mouth, we be laughing at it because we know most of y'all are children, man. Y'all are children. It's very, very, very seldom that you kid a woman that actually speak the truth and gonna tell you the truth concerning your actions. I'm going to come back to this. Let's go to this right quick. Listen to this here.
Like what I'm saying. I'm going to tell you what I feel. You see why these little kids are so mentally ill right now? This new generation is depressed. They're angry. You know why? Because a lot of them are getting raised by single moms, right? Bitter moms. Evil, vindictive moms, right? And the kids are coming out just like the mothers. You see these little girls in this generation burnt the fuck out, tatted up by the time they 17, don't even hit 18 already, drinking, smoking, and doing everything the mom is doing, acting just like the mom, bragging for their boyfriends who go to jail at fucking 16 years old. Can't be without a boyfriend at 17 years old. Your sons are running around with ski masks, jumping people and doing things. Why? Because they have a bitter ass mom raising them. The mom missed the mark when they were young, you know what I'm saying, to have fun. So what does the grown-ass mothers do now? Shaking her ass on the internet, still seeking validation, still popping out kids knowing that they're struggling. Y'all don't want to have those conversations. Lala's wrong. But the reality is...
No, they don't want to have those conversations. Back over here to peace world, right? And the scriptures speak about the Proverbs 25 and 24. It is better to what? To dwell in the corner of a housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house, because no one wants to be around a crazy bitch, man. It's that simple. And most of you are crazy bitches, man. And you know you are. No, not no excuse, no French, because why? We don't do that over here, right? The truth is the truth. The truth don't need no sugarcoating. I'm gonna hear this right here. I'm gonna hear the full precept. And I'm gonna close this out.
Enforcement, women in the military. I'm not saying that there aren't strong women out there.
but that's not the average female. And all I'm thinking in there is, where are the men? Y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can say, oh, you did that. All I'm thinking is, where are the men? Because I'm about to pull $400 out this ATM, and there's a 6-foot dude in here. Now, I can't take him, but I'm going to fight back more than these young ladies are. And I don't expect them, like I said, I don't expect these women to risk their life for a CVS job. But your security, what are you doing? Ain't called no police officer. The women are literally saying stuff like, no, stop, don't, leave now, please. Please? Yeah. Leave! Oh my God, he's so annoying. This is what security... Well, no, that was probably the manager, but the security girl didn't even say anything. She's just following him as he's grabbing drinks out the machine. What are you securing?
To be fair, this started happening probably before my time, but I remember when I was working at Tesco, I was 17 years old. The security, I was close to everyone. You know?
Anyway, let's you're gonna go back to it. I know you're gonna go back to it, but let me do this right here first. Let me do this first, right? Let me get this precept. Let me get this precept right here right quick. Which is, let's go back, because I didn't finish, I was at 1 Timothy, I think at 5 and 12, concerning their first faith is what? It's obedience. Let's go to 13, 1 Timothy 5 and 13. And what thou they learn to what? To be idle, wandering about from what? From house to house, and not only idle, but what? But tattlers. What is a tattler? Someone that is what? That's always running their mouth, man. Gossip. And who does that more than Eve? Also, and what? And busybody speaking things which they... Hold on, y'all. Damn cat around here. Ass on. Excuse me, y'all. I had to get the damn thing. That damn cat around here. Anyway, verse 13. And withal they learn to be idle, wandering, forgive me for that, about from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers. And the word tattler goes into what? Running their mouth, gossip. Also in busybodies speaking things which they ought not. And who does that more frequently than what? Than Eve, right? Y'all do it all the time. You running from house to house. What's that scripture? Gadding abroad. 26 in verse. Ecclesiastes 26 in verse 8. A drunken woman in a gather abroad causeth great anger, and she would not cover her own shame. There's no shame. Bring back the shame when it comes to women. Ain't no shame. And verse 9, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. And what I read earlier concerning what? What is that? Concerning that gat. I mean your bra, not gat, but God damn it. Damn cats, I'm so sick of them. The whoredom of a woman, let's go to verse 9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through what? Over much liberty, meaning excessive free choices. Let's play this right quick, y'all.
Here comes the guy out of nowhere. He frail, but I'm sure this guy wouldn't even have taken him seriously. But at least he probably would have done more than the young lady was doing. So to y'all companies out here and all that stuff, I understand y'all DEI, affirmative. I understand. Please hire who's best for the job. The messenger is saying, as a person who's just pulling their money out of ATM, please hire who's best for the job. I don't care about nobody's feelings. I don't care, we got to hire women too. I don't care about that. Is she equipped? Is she ready to bust her head wide open? Has she pulled a gun out before? Because that's who I want protecting me. That's who I want securing my back while I'm at the ATM in y'all store. I don't want the little young lady y'all is trying to give a shot to because she needed a job. That's not what I want. As the customer speaking out loud, bro, that's not what I want, bro.
Look at the manly thing here. She's clearly, you know what she is. She clearly one of those, right? She clearly one of those dyke right, but guess what? She don't want to be on no aisle with no damn only just on nothing but women. And there it is right there, a great and clear example concerning a what? This shit would never, it would never happen. So let's get back here to this food here, right? So there we have it. Let me finish this up here. Anybody needing the cats, y'all? Let me know. It's 2 minutes around here, right? What was I? Verse 9, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. This is why you see what? The excessive free choices of what? Of these young ladies, like the other sister spoke right here, concerning, even though she was, what she spoke concerning these young girls and talking about because they pretty, they think that they got a opportunity to what to a man just gonna just bounce in their life and then take care of them. No, that's the madness. That's the madness that they mother feed them and that they be hearing, especially on these social media sites always. And that goes into what? Them being shameless, and in the process of them being too shameless, that liberty, the overmuch liberty goes into them having too much free choice and too much free time on their hands for bullshit. They ain't teaching them anything. Not teaching them about, listen, man, the first and foremost what a woman should be doing is trying to find her husband. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she be abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Let's go to 1 Timothy 5 and verse 14. Yeah, 1 Timothy 5 and 14. I would therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, meaning be disrespectful as hell. And this is what most of these women are. They are what? They are very disrespectful, and especially to what? Your man, especially the so-called black man. Right? For some are what? Hold up, before I get that. Yes, that's a good thing. I go on feed 15. For some are already what? Turned aside after what? After Satan. Meaning that what? They are they're too far gone. They're not going to turn from the behavior, and women was not made to have all this free will, man. And an example, you seen it right there. A good example, an example of would be look at them and their behavior is more proof than one needs, man. Look at them. Look at how they act. Look at how they walk. Look at how they dress. Look at their overall behavior. And they think it's cute and funny when it's not cute, when it's what? It's embarrassing, man. But hey, they're not ashamed of it. Which leads me to 1 Peter. What I want, 1 Peter 3. 1 Peter 3 and verse, I'm trying to close this out. Thing finna go out on me. 1 Peter 3 and verse 5. And it reads, for after this manner in the old time, the holy women, what holy women? Meaning women that what? Well, you don't need to even go into it because we know these days, we know that our women are not, or the last thing that we can say about our women being any form of the church. They think because they go to church, they holy. For after this manner in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in what? In God. Adorn themselves. They adorn themselves in what? In the word, the gospel. Meaning they what? They was already prepared themselves for what? In subjection unto their own husband. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughter ye are, as long as ye do well and are what? Are not afraid with any amazement. Likewise, ye husband, dwell with them according to knowledge. What knowledge? The knowledge of the scriptures. The knowledge of the Bible. Right? Judge, likewise, likewise, ye husband, they got a lot going on. Dwell with what them according to knowledge, giving honor to the wife as unto what? The weaker vessel. The weaker vessel. Eve, you the weaker vessel. This is why you can't what? Y'all can't do anything without a man. Basically. Nothing. Because everything, your entire existence, from the car you drive, from the house that you live in, for the cement that's poured on your sidewalks, you name it. You name it. What? It would not exist without what? Without a man. Madness, man. Total madness. That goes into what? That having too much liberty and thinking in this society and in the wicked elite conditioning your mind and have you thinking that you don't need a man. And as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. That means your prayers be not hindered by you what? Following the truth concerning the gospel, man. What a woman should or shouldn't be doing, what a man should or shouldn't be doing. It's not going to work. It's not going to work through last four more. Let's see something. Let's go to Titus, and I'm gonna close this out, which is Titus verse 2 and verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness, not false accusers, not giving too much wine, meaning doctrines. This is why they're everywhere in the churches. They're gonna always be. The church house gonna always be filled up with what? With a bunch of women. Because women are what? Are susceptible to be what? To be tricked and tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine. Not even giving too much wine teaches of what? Of good things. Nothing good coming out of the women of today's their mouths, even in them who they supposed to teach. That they may teach the young women. That's who you can teach, not men. To be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste. To be discreet meaning what? Not be dressing like thoughts, running around in the street, chaste, pure. None of them pure. Nothing pure about what? Wicked women. Keep her at home, good, obedient to their own husbands. That the word of God be not blasphemy. And Eve blasphemy, commit that what? On a daily, man. They are against the Most High like no other, like Esau Edom is. And most of them are not going to be saved in these last days. Only the small remnant of sisters that get this here, that actually watch this video to the end, because why? They're not offended, because they know who they are. They know what I'm talking about. It's right. It's truth. But hey, I make most of these videos for the brothers to what? To wake up. To wake up. We are searching for the elect and the elect only, men and women. Right? But first and foremost, 144,000 are men. So man, I'm going to end it right there. Call Allah Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah Bahashim, Rakah Kudash, Shalom.